I'm a psychiatrist, and recently I had a very interesting conversation that I thought I would share for self reflection, particularly for the weekend. So I met this person I know, let's call her Anne, and we got into talking, and I was asking her, "How are you?" And she said, "I'm fine," but she didn't look fine. And then I pressed on and I asked, "Really?" And she said, "Yes, I'm fine." And then there was this awkward silence, and the moment felt a bit tense. It was silent for about 10, 15 seconds before she started telling me how she is not fine. And I guess she used the awkward silence to judge, to see if she could trust me with what she wanted to say. And she went on to tell me about the challenges she's facing, how she's feeling misused, and people are just taking advantage of her. People keep disappointing her. And she wondered if she died, would anyone really care? Would anyone really miss her? Would it make a difference in anyone's life? And she went on and on about the tribulations that she's going through. And when she paused, I asked her, "So why did you say that you're fine?" And she took a moment to reflect, and then she said, "I guess I'm learning to let myself not be fine and be fine with that. So I want to be fine with not being fine, and I'm learning how to do that." And I let her continue, and she said, "Some days she's very good at hiding the things that are breaking her because she feels she's very broken inside. And some days she's not very good at it, and people are able to see it. She can't control it. But some days she actually chooses not to hide it. She chooses not to put in any effort to pretend to be okay, to pretend to be seen okay. And what she's learning is that on days when she pretends to be okay, she actually gets more responsibilities added on her. She gets more challenges added on her. And these make the situation worse because people see her and assume that she's fine, and assume that she can handle it, and assume that she's capable of managing whatever it is that they're giving her to do. People keep asking her for favors on days when she's okay. But on days when she's not okay, people can see that and they're more compassionate towards her. They're more understanding towards her situation. And I kept listening to her talking about this perspective, and I realized that a lot of us don't give ourselves the chance or the opportunity to learn ourselves when we're not okay. We very quickly try to hide our problems. We very quickly conceal the situations that are breaking us, the experiences that are damaging us, are destroying us. We don't want anyone to see. And when people don't see it, they go on assuming that you're okay and giving you challenges that are okay for your okay appearance. And the reflection for you today is, when was the last time you were not fine? And what did you do about it? How did you handle yourself when you were not fine? How did you look? How did you speak? How were your thoughts? How were your feelings? How was your behavior towards people? When somebody is not fine, because they don't want people to see it, they resort to these defense mechanisms that are often not very healthy. So, like displacing their anger to someone else, or projecting their fears to someone else, or denying what is happening, or suppressing it, or compensating for it, or engaging in constructive activities in excess, like over exercising. Do you know how to not be okay? When you're physically ill, you know how to be physically ill. You know how to express your pain, your physical pain. And by expressing it, the doctor is able to see it and give you the treatment that you need. But when you're mentally in pain, do you know how to express that mental pain? And do you know how to get help for it? Do you know how to get assistance for it?